This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smokin Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Eniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
Somebody! Yeah, you better call somebody. Call your friend, call your cousin. Get them right here for Wrestletalk. My name is Ralph Williams, and it's great to be here with you. I know you're probably saying, why are we here at 9 o'clock tonight? Well, as I mentioned earlier, if you watched the Sports Corner show, I had some prior obligations that I was committed to, and I had to move the show to 9 o'clock tonight. And also, I've been getting a lot of emails lately of people saying they want us on in the evening time. Smokin Jim will not be joining us today because he is traveling on a scouting trip. And so anyway, I do have a fill-in tonight, and that is PENSMAN Sports. PENSMAN, welcome once again back as PENSMAN filled in for Smokin Jim today on the Sports Corner show earlier. And he is filling in tonight right here on the Wrestletalk show. All right, coming up, we have a lot to talk about tonight, but first we're going to pay some bills here. As soon as I can find the banner here, there we go. All right, went too far up. There we go. All right, we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studio, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today. We're in Studio 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. Also, Ocean City, Maryland Realtor Mike Dotson, 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland. All right, let's get started here with this. All right, there we go. Get that off the air. All right, there we are. Let's see there we go. All right, we're in good shape now. All right, there we go. We got everything where we need it to be. PENSMAN, welcome to the program. It's great to have you back once again for the second show of the night. We'll go back to our regular scheduled programming next week. If I get enough emails, ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. If you want this show on in the evening, we will move it to the evening because I have been getting some emails, people saying they want it, the evening works best for them. And I probably would get more viewers if I had it on in the evening. So we will find out. The only reason I had it on at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock was because when I was on Beaver County Radio, who, of course, as you know, did the Montreal screw job to me. All right. But I'm not going to go there with that tonight. But when I was with them, I was on from 4 to 6. I did sports from 4 to 5 at 5:30. And then from 5:30 to 6, we talked wrestling. So I figure I might as well just leave well enough alone. Don't upset the apple cart. And I decided to start having it from 4 to 6. Now, Sports Corner had been on years ago. Smokin Jim and I had it on at 8:30 at night. Okay. And then we talked wrestling within the Sports Corner show. We didn't have a separate show. And but we did have a separate show. We did have a separate show on Wednesday night. We called it Talking Wrestling. So what I'm saying is, it's up to you folks. If you think you would be more inclined to have us on in the evenings, let me know, and I'll work it out with Smokin Jim, and we'll see where our schedules go and what what's going on, and we'll see what can happen. So, all right, but anything can happen here, and if that's what you want, because like I said, I've been getting some emails about that. All right, let's go to the comment section here. Pensman, what do we got here? Hold on.
Nothing important. No, but it's nothing.
Okay. All right, and also we have Facebook. Let's see if we have anyone on Facebook here that wants to comment before we get started. All right, I don't want to leave out my Facebook friends, and so there we are. All right, and so what I'm saying is that you got to deal with the situation here in the WWE, and we have one. We have Seth Rollins. We have Becky Lynch, who have tried not once, Pensman, but 2 times to try to embarrass CM Punk. And the second time, CM Punk, he got embarrassed at the Clash of at Paris. Okay. Then he went to SmackDown. Becky Lynch shows up. She causes all kinds of grief. So come Monday Night Raw, and Raw, last week's Raw, she made an embarrassment of the whole thing. And then Friday night SmackDown is when we saw the appearance of AJ Lee. And now we have a mixed tag team match for WrestlePalooza coming up on September 20th. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, CM Punk, go.
You don't poke the bear. So you poke the bear, you're gonna get bit. And CM Punk, he had enough of it, went home, talked to AJ, said, yo, I need you to come back. I don't care how long, but AJ's decided to come back. And did you see last night where she threw the title at Becky? That was hilarious.
Oh, it was so, and Friday was even funny, Pensman. How funny was Friday? Did you see the look on Becky's face when AJ Lee's thing come up on the screen on that Titantron there? Oh my gosh!
You want your title back?
Yeah, she looked like she saw a ghost. And Seth Rollins, he didn't know what to say. He was speechless. Because I think Seth Rollins thought that CM Punk is dumb. He said, "Oh, he's stupid. I know it all. I'm Seth Rollins. I know it all." I like Seth Rollins. But you know what?
I don't know if you know this, but you've been gone for 10 years. This is my show. These are my people. Well, who cares? They're not your people.
They're not your people. They're not. They're WWE fans who contribute their hard-earned money to the program. You're just an entertainer, to people. Okay, you're not. I know you have a lot of fans, CM Punk or Seth Rollins. You got more fans than all of us. Believe me, I know that.
And I wanted to say something for a long time that I've actually got the opportunity. It's not Monday Night Rollins. It's Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Raw. Yeah. Not Rollins. Raw.
No, it's Monday Night Raw. Exactly. All right, Pensman, let's get into this Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. They're going to fight the Usos at WrestlePalooza. Is this Uso reunion for real, or do you think that Jay's just doing it for something to do until he can get a chance at the title? That got exposed last night on Raw. Exposed to the fact that Jay's looking for the title again. I thought maybe, and I think the WWE thought maybe if he puts the Usos back together, it'll focus once again on the Judgment Day instead of focusing on and getting the tag team belts back, or go after Dirty Dom and get that title, and then go after, Seth Rollins and try to win that title. And both Usos can have singles titles like the Motor City Machine Guns did in TNA. So what do you think? Where do you think the Usos go here with this? Do you think they stay as a team, or do you think they,
Well, Sports Nuts is here, so he says howdy,
okay,
gents.
Great.
So, but
hello.
My point of view of the Usos, they've had it. They're the longest tag team champions. Now, Jay experienced what it's like to be by himself. He actually got to be a champion. Not very long, but you got to experience champion. I don't think the Usos can work anymore because Jay knows And I agree with that. Jay thinks that he can win it, so I don't think that him and Jimmy can work together anymore.
Oh yeah.
And there's Jim.
Oh yeah, there's Jim. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Sports Nuts, Brandon. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight here to Wrestle Talk with me, Ralph Williams, and Pensman Sports. I want to welcome you tonight, Pensman, because you're filling in for Smokin Jim Frazier. Yes, thank you. The legend himself, Jim Frazier. And once in a while, Pensman joins us when he can. He has joined us in the past. A few weeks back, I think he joined us one Tuesday.
But this is the first time on this show I've actually been. This is the first time.
Actually.
I've been on the Sports Corner, but not on this show.
Not on this show. Exactly. Yes, absolutely. And sometimes on Saturday, if we have time, we talk wrestling on the Saturday sports show. When Leo's not on with us, because Leo's not a wrestling fan, so, but anyway, by the way, I want to say kudos to Ric Flair. He beat cancer. He announced yesterday. He had that melatonin or malantonic some kind of cancer. Starts with an M. Kind of like melatonin or something like that. He had some kind of cancer. And
yes, Ric Flair is still alive. Don't believe any hoax.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, there was a hoax back there about them being Ric Flair is dead. No, that's just a hoax.
I saw something posted, Pensman, where it had Ric Flair homeless.
Yeah.
People post everything on the internet, man. It's funny as heck.
And Sportsnut just left a comment too.
Okay, good. All right,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Read it off.
Yeah. It helps both of us out.
Okay, good. There you go. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe to myself, Pensman Sports. Also, Tiger Stripes Media, Sports Nuts. Help us out. Get us subscribers, followers. Forget the other programs. Forget them. Us. Worry about us. Get us together. Also, follow the Huddle Sports Network, because that's where we are. We're on the Huddle Sports Network. On Mondays and Fridays, most of the time, that's my 2 days with Ken and Ken in the morning on the Huddle Sports Network, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm on with Ken and Ken. Ken, the host Ken, is on a cruise. So the other Ken will be Packer Ken. Will be hosting the show this week. You got Raider Joe, Broski Bear, Chicago Bears fan, and also he reports for the Bears. And
he was mad this morning.
Huh?
I bet he was mad this morning.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I was on with the guys this morning. I didn't tune in either because I had other things I was doing today. But I had a busy day today. But anyhow, support them as well. I mean, they have a lot of material. Jeremy Ballrick and the kneecap biting. Support him, help him out as well. He's on Huddle Sports Network. He also has his own YouTube channel. He does a very good job of reporting about the Detroit Lions, who got their butts handed to them, Sunday. So,
And I want to do one announcement before we keep going. Be careful who you subscribe to. Everybody's going to tell you what you want to hear. Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Sports Nuts, Tiger Stripes Media. We always tell you the facts. Just be careful who you subscribe to. Don't get brainwashed.
Yes.
You've
watched all the rest. Now try the best. Okay. That's the way I look at it. Okay. Why? Because I am Ralph Williams. Yeah. Let me talk to you. All right. Okay, Pensman, let's run down a few matches for WrestlePalooza, which is coming up September 20th. Your thoughts on the Cena-Brock Lesnar match? Go.
Brock Lesnar is a beast. And I don't care if you like him. I don't care if you dislike him. But he is a wrecking in the ring. Roman Reigns said that what you see is what you get. And he is a fierce in the ring. Cena and Brock Lesnar fought several years ago. I mean, way back, but I'm hoping Cena does beat him. So we don't know. I don't know. I don't know if John Cena has any more left in there at all. The Drifts here and Sports Nuts comment also.
Okay, great. All right, I'll put theirs up. In case those of you do not know, Pensman is my monitor because we've been getting a lot of people who have dull lives and they want to come on our program here, work for a certain individual coming on here.
And both comments are good to take up too.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get this here. All right. Sports Nuts, you were first. All right. It says, amen.
Finally.
Amen. Our good friends here. Rocket. That's it. Thank you. Sports Nuts and the Drift. Hey, my man. How are you? The Drift. I haven't heard from the Drift in a while. So there you go. There's his comment right there. You can read it, Pensman, please.
Your nice win against, I don't know if I can read this or not. He said, good evening, Ralph and guest. Nice win against my Jets. It's not my Jets. I'm just reading. And on Sunday, I'm not a huge sports fan anymore ever since it went political a few years ago, but sometimes I still follow football.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know exactly what he's talking about. Look at the state of college athletics. I don't want to go there. I'm not doing it right now. We're talking about wrestling.
The Drift, it's okay. Just ignore the politics if you can, but just follow.
Yeah.
Just root for another team besides the Jets. The Steelers are looking for more fans, so we try to recruit you.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Let's get back to this. So Brock Lesnar is a beast, but I think the WWE might set this up for Cena to win this match. And Cena,
I'm hoping.
One time he fought Brock Lesnar. What was it? It had to be about maybe 8 years ago. He came
something like that.
Yeah, and he beat Cena real bad. And then the second match, Cena pulled out the chain. And
the steel steps was in the middle of the ring.
The steps were in the middle of the ring, right? Yeah. So you and I watched that same match,
right?
So so basically, I'm wondering if Cena's going to pull out some of them stops again to win this match, because I think Cena wants to go out on top. He already won the championship. He beat Logan Paul, all right, and he hasn't he's known as what? Big Match John. Okay, so
and the brass knuckles needs to come back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the brass
at least for one more match.
Yeah, at least bring it back for everything back. I think he only has 5 more appearances, I believe. Yeah, he was up to 8.
I heard it was November something at Washington D.C. is the last one.
His last one. Yeah. So, well, no, I heard he's going to be on a Survivor Series team. Which one I don't know.
I don't know. But I just heard his last actual showing is in November in Washington D.C.
Well, because Survivor Series is in San Diego. It's going to be at the San Diego Padres ballpark. So, but anyway, I believe this, and also WrestlePalooza will be on ESPN. It's going to be the very first big event of WWE with a contract with ESPN. And you know what? The interesting thing that I have to say, WWE is spreading their seed. They're spreading their product around. They're going to different networks, unlike others who just stay in one place. WWE is moving around. They're going to different networks. They're going to ESPN or on Peacock. They're on NBC for Saturday night's main event. They're doing all kinds of different things and putting things on different networks. And, there's nothing wrong with that, being on all kinds of different networks. So, football does it. Why can't the WWE do it? And there's nothing wrong with that. And, you increase your viewership, you increase your souvenir sales, you increase everything when you're out there in more different outlets, kind of like us here. If we're out in more outlets, more people will watch and listen, that kind of thing. So, but, so, all right, let's talk some more WWE here. Last week's SmackDown was a howl. I thought it was enjoyable, but last night's Raw was pretty funny. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch both got egg on their face. CM Punk came back with AJ Lee, and it was so freaking hilariously funny after that embarrassment from last Monday night's Raw. And I knew CM Punk came up with something. I didn't know AJ Lee was coming back. He's friends with Rhea Ripley, friends with Bayley. I knew.
Hold my glasses, hold my title.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. So anyway, I thought one of them was going to come back with or help him out, but it turns out AJ Lee decided to come back, and I like this idea because I tell you what, AJ Lee will bring a lot of great things to the women's division right now in the WWE. she'll bring some strength to that division. And by her coming in, I'm hearing Dr. Britt Baker's coming. I heard there's some other people coming from AEW. Some women's wrestlers are very unhappy with the division down there, which is very weak. And so, because Mercedes Moné got every title in its mother, over there in AEW. So, and around the world. So when it's like that, and that's it, So your thoughts on this situation, and we're going to talk about the women's tag team championship. I don't think that's going to last too long for Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. But go ahead.
No, they can't. Charlotte and Alexa can't get along. They're like oil in the gasoline. They can't get along at all.
Oh no, not at all. It was just. Can I put this comment up below the drift here?
Yeah, it's just Brian saying, "Let's go."
Oh, hey, Brian. Yeah, how are you, Brian? Tiger Stripes Media. Here, I'm going to put up everybody's banner here that we're affiliated with here. And one I have to
Why
take
doesn't you talk about the AEW's women's? If you talk about women's division, how come they can't draft any women to put it on there then?
Yeah, exactly.
What's actually going on at AEW that the women's division is that bad?
Well, the women's division, believe it or not, is ran by Stephanie McMahon. She kind of runs that division. She's been Evolution came back. Remember Evolution, the women's pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Okay. No, she was the mastermind.
That makes sense.
Yes, Stephanie McMahon behind the scenes runs that. She runs that women's division, and you still got some good, experienced wrestlers and Hall of Famers like the Trish Stratuses of the world. You got Nikki Bella. You got a few others that are. You still got Natalya. That are making that division pretty good. WWE's women's division is pretty good. It was sad. Congratulations to Naomi. She's having a baby. I get that. Her and Big Jim are having a baby. I get that. But you know what? Naomi was just starting to get her career going again as a heel with that belt. And like you said, the women's tag team belts, I don't see Flair and Alexa Bliss holding on to them very long. Flair is hurt. And Alexa Bliss, I think she wants to go back to the Wyatt Six or whatever. I'm hearing there's stories that she may go with the Wyatt Six, and they're going to start accumulating belts. They already have the tag team belts in SmackDown. So, and everything else. So, what goes from here? What do you think, Pensman? Go ahead.
They just look at Charlotte, how she looks at Alexa. It's like, really? I got to deal with you. It's like, really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just go back and look at footage. You'll see that she's like, just like she's disgusted by her. It's like, they don't. You can't. They don't get along. It's like Charlotte and Becky back in the day when they couldn't stand each other. Can you see them pairing up? That'd be real. That was a disaster. That'd be like a tornado forming.
Yeah, we have a good viewership here tonight. It's great. I like it. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X platform. Also, we are on Kick, and we're also on the Huddle Sports Network, and we're also on the PENSMAN Sports. We're on his network as well, and also on my social media, all my social media platforms that we're on here. Just a programming announcement. I'm taking a look at Spreaker Radio. There's going to be some of RW Media shows being moved there and some new shows that could be on there as well. We're talking about possibly doing a college. Brian Pettit, myself, and Pensman, you're welcome too if you'd like. We're going to be doing a college football wrap-up show on Sundays, but we have to watch our schedule for the Steeler post games that Pensman and I are involved in, and also with the other schedule of it depends on Brian and your schedule. I'd like to do during the Saturday sports show. We will be talking. Half the show's dedicated to college football. We talk about some of the key games, and then NFL, and then we get into some wrestling. So don't forget the Saturday sports show is part of the triple header of Ralph Williams Saturday. Don't forget about all that as well, and that is there as well. All right, let's hear for a minute, Pensman here. I want to talk about some of the independent the independents here. Wait a minute, that ain't what I wanted. Hold on, I gotta find the banner.
Ralph's just getting hyped up over football right now.
Yeah, Saturday, September 20th, live pro wrestling. And it is the KSW, I believe it is KSWA there. Is that right? Yeah, that is. Yeah, KSWA. Their final season this year. Please go out and get tickets and support them. This is their final season. My main man, Hall of Famer, Trapper, Tom LaJerky, the ring announcer for KSWA. Oh my gosh, that man, one heck of a ring announcer he is. I've been to their events, and I've been to one of their events, and I got to tell you, he's great at what he does. He's been doing it for a long time. Go there just to see him as well, but also don't forget about Mr. Blanchard, who's the title holder, and they got some other things going on. So KSWA, their final season is this year, and they're going to be. Read that off, Pensman. Where are they going to be at? If you can see it. It's Saturday, September 20th.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they're going to be Tarentum, I think. Is it Tarentum?
They are. Toronto.
Yeah, Tarentum, PA. Yeah, they're going to be in Tarentum. Where are they going to be at the Fire Hall or something?
Yeah,
I think
Fire Hall.
Yeah, the Fire Hall in Tarentum, September 20th. Check it out. For further details, go on KSWA's website. Also for ticket information as well.
Cliffline 682 Cliffline Road.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Cliffline Road. That might be Imperial or something, isn't it? Or Moon? Oh.
You got the West Hills. You got the West Hills one up.
Yes, the West Hills round. Okay, yeah, that's out that way, out near Moon, Cliff Mine Road, and all that. I know exactly where that is. Okay, great. Yeah, I apologize for that. I said Tarentum by accident. Okay, October 11th. There's some familiar faces, Pensman.
Yeah,
Gallows and Anderson are going to be at this.
I want to talk about this too. Go ahead, though. I want to talk about something like that. Since you brought that up, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. This Heritage Harvest match up here, and that's going to be at the Heritage Fire Company in Lewistown, Pennsylvania. So check this out as well. Gallows and Anderson will be there, and so formerly of the WWE. I don't know if they got fired or let go or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them right now. But go ahead, Pensman. What do you want to say?
AJ Styles, the Phenomenal, was talking about how everybody left him in WWE. Anderson and everybody that he had. He can't win by himself. How can I can't get help? Well, it's called wrestling. Everybody gets help. You can actually get some help. You can do it yourself. You don't need help.
Yes, Dragon Lee.
You don't need help.
Yes, Dragon Lee. You know? All right, All-Star Wrestling, Saturday, October 25th. The pros of wrestling down at the White Oak Volunteer Fire Department. Check this out. This outfit, or this wrestling company, is Daniel Polinsky, who's the father of Corey Graves. This is his company. October 25th, White Oak Volunteer Fire Department. Check that out as well. You may even see Smokin Jim Frazier there because he lives in here. This was this past Saturday. Wow, I heard it was a great event. T. Ranchelo had his last match as a wrestler, and I want to congratulate him on that and a very successful career as well. One thing I wanted to tell you, Pensman, I know a guy who is an independent wrestler. His name is Big Bill Collier, and a lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to put a shout out to Big Bill Collier. If you ever watch TNA and you watch Mustafa Ali, and you see the guy with the ponytail, glasses, and the suit standing behind him, that's Big Bill Collier. I want to congratulate him for getting that gig. Okay, he doesn't even wrestle. He once in a while he'll beat somebody up for Mustafa Ali, but he doesn't wrestle. He's never actually been in a match, I don't think, on TNA. But, he's got that gig now, and he's a very popular Western Pennsylvania and around the United States. He's a very popular independent wrestler, Big Bill Collier. I want to congratulate him for that gig, and I always say something on this show about that because he's worked so hard. I watched him in a match. He was supposed to fight EC3, and then some trouble stirred up, and he ended up teaming up with EC3, and they ended up fighting in a tag team match. And then I got to see him again a few other times in a few other places. So Big Bill Collier, great guy, and he did me a favor up in Erie. He kept the wrestlers from checking in at a certain hotel who did me wrong, and I want to thank him for spreading the word to the Erie wrestlers up there for that. So anyway, Pensman, let's get back real quick to the WWE, and we got some AEW news to talk about, but let's get back into the WWE real quick. Anything you want to talk about or whatever, if you want to get back into some more of the matches for the WrestlePalooza. Io Sky is going to be fighting that Stephanie, whatever the heck her name is, for the vacant Naomi title. I believe that's going to be at WrestlePalooza, or it could be next Monday, I believe, but I'm not real sure. But regardless, Io Sky's fighting in that match. Asuka's been a pain in the backside for her. Kairi Sane, she can't find her way out of a paper bag right now. What's your thoughts on all that nonsense?
Asuka will be Asuka. She's nuts. She's nuts since the beginning. I can't stand her. She comes in and she does that little dance thing. That thing's so stupid. And I don't know. It's just crazy how Sky, I don't know. I think she's going to retain the title, so that's what I think.
Yeah, that could happen. We'll see what goes on. Rhea Ripley is in the wings, waiting to try to get that title as well. You got a lot of ladies waiting for that title. But you know what? You got Battered and Bruised, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. We spoke about that earlier. That's going to be a situation. I'm interested to see what Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker do against the Usos in the upcoming WrestlePalooza. In the future, Roman Reigns. I don't see Roman Reigns coming back anytime soon. There's been some stupid, ridiculous rumors out there. If you check on social media, I'm going to post a picture tonight on my social media page of Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman sharing a hospital room playing Xbox or playing the WWE 2K or whatever it's called together. So, but anyway.
Is he retiring or is he not retiring? Is he making movies or is he not making movies?
He's making movies. That's one thing I will say. He is making movies. But right now, he's in a hospital, or at least he was. I don't know if he still is or not. He's probably recovering at home. But, right now he's got a movie schedule now. Excuse me. The Rock has helped him with that. And so there you go. Wow, excuse me.
Is he forming the Shield? Is he not forming the Shield? Is he retired? Not. I don't. There's so many stories out with him.
Oh, I know. It's getting kind of old. Do something with him. Either do something with him or have him retire when his contract runs out by. Toodaloo. You know what I mean? Now, I want to ask you this question, Pensman, and I've asked you this question many times, but I'm going to ask you this on the air. Do you think Adam Pearce should be fired? Because he should have suspended without pay immediately or fired both Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. All right. I thought both of them should have been immediately fired. And now I think WWE should fire Adam Pearce. What do you think?
Adam Pearce should be fired because of Seth Rollins faking his injury. And I know people have done it past, but when you get injured and you actually torn something in your knee, you actually feel the torn in the knee, and that's how you should do it. And then Adam Pearce is the GM, and so that as a GM, you should take care of the situation before it got bad. With Bronson Reed doing his Samoa jumps like 7 times, 8 times, it's uncalled for.
Yeah,
the first time that Bronson Reed comes out, that's when Adam Pearce is like, all right, enough, go.
Yeah, exactly. And, kicking him out of the match at, Clash of Paris, kicking him out of the building. I thought he should kick them out of the building, suspended and fined them or fired them. I should say, you're done. Get out. Go pack your stuff. You know what I mean? You're done. But I don't know what his authority really is. And I'm hearing stories about Nick Aldis. I don't know what his status is. I'm hearing all kinds of stories. And how about the announce teams? They got rid of Wade Barrett from the announce team. Supposedly, he said some derogatory comments in regards to Nikki Bella's age. Nikki Bella threatened with legal action, saying that you can't, that actually is age discrimination. When you talk about somebody like that, and you talk about she's too old to wrestle, They can get you for age discrimination. And let me give you an example of that. I know a guy in radio. His name is Jimmy Roach. He used to be on WDV in Pittsburgh, Jimmy and Steve, back in the day. Then he went to WDSY. And WDSY, he was the morning guy there. And he started talking about his grandson because his son and his wife just had a baby. He says, it's great. I got a grandson. That day, they pulled him in the office and said, stop talking about your grandkids on the air because you're too old. We don't want that kind of an audience. We're trying to be more younger or whatever. We don't need you to be talking about that. He sued them. He sat out for 10 years and he sued WDSY and he won that lawsuit because of an age discrimination thing. Okay. You got to watch what you say about somebody in their age. In the times of lawsuits everywhere, you got to be careful what you say about people and listen.
If Bella wants to come back a couple times here and there, let her.
Yes.
She still has it, but as a full-time, she can't be a full-time wrestler anymore.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. But for Wade Barrett to question her age and say because you're too old.
Wade Barrett talks about whatever he wants to talk about. He thinks he's invincible.
You know what? But WWE and TKO said no. So they removed him from the broadcast team. Now, Corey Graves, and I know this for a fact because I'm friends with his father. I know this for a fact. He's already made statements. I don't want to do both shows. I want to spend Friday nights with my lovely wife. His wife right now is unemployed. She doesn't work because she got cut by the WWE. Okay. Carmella. They have 2 kids. Okay. She just had another baby not too long ago. So, Corey wants to spend some time with his family and he don't want to be running around doing 2 shows. He cut his schedule back by doing NXT because NXT is in one spot. All he's got to do is fly to Florida and fly back. Boom, he's done. Okay. With Raw and SmackDown, you got to go across the country. You got to go all over the place. Okay. Corey didn't want to do that. But now he's stuck doing it. Michael Cole's doing 6-10 shows. And Joe Tester, according to a story I read, and I got egg on my face because I said to my wife, oh, Joe Tester's done. I read a report that said that he does college football. I've heard him on college football. I've seen him on college football. He does college football for ESPN. Okay.
Pat McAfee can't do it because he left because of personal reasons.
Can't do it because of college football. Exactly. So Tester said he didn't want to do it anymore. And then all of a sudden I see him on Raw last night. So what's going on with these broadcast teams? They're playing this, the Harlem Shuffle or whatever. They're playing all this announcer shuffle everywhere. Your thoughts, Pensman? What do the Wade Barrett gone from the announce team? He's not gone from WWE. So
I'm just glad they actually put him in his place because he always said stuff. He even said something about the Undertaker when he makes appearance. He said the Undertaker was too old. Bell is too old. So I'm glad Wade there. But who's going to replace him? Corey, you said wants to spend more time with his wife, which I understand. And Pat McAfee, he has college football, so he's got to go there.
He was crying about burnout. Yeah. I mean, he was really crying about burnout.
Yeah, SmackDown don't end until 10:30, and by the time he goes to wherever College Game Day is, he's got to take a flight to go to College Game Day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Just got to find somebody that actually knows what they're doing and hire somebody who got to start looking around.
Yeah, they got Vic Joseph down there at NXT with Booker T. If I'm the WWE, I go to AEW and look at some of their announced people. Maybe bring Taz back. Maybe get Excalibur or something. You know what I mean? Get somebody with some wrestling experience back into the fray, and get them in there.
How would you feel if Shinani, whatever his name is, comes over?
Tony Schiavone. He was already with WWE once.
Yeah, what if he comes back? That'd be awesome.
I don't think so. He's got an executive position. He's Tony Khan's right-hand man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of other names to come in. And
yeah. Well, yeah. That's why I didn't mention Schiavone because, Schiavone, he's got that executive position with under Tony Khan. So I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think. Anything can happen. We all know that. I'd bring back Tom Phillips, who's with TNA. He's got that lead role in TNA. They had him here. They cut his job. So I mean,
you said that WWE's coming to ESPN, right?
Who? WWE?
Yeah. Why don't you get Troy Aikman and Joe Buck on there and see what happens there? Just try something. Just try something different.
Try something. Yeah. Hey, bring back Mark Madden when he used to be on WCW. Man, Mark was good. I like Mark Madden.
Goldberg could do announcing.
Yeah. I heard Undertaker was going to take it up. I heard
anybody would be better than Barrett.
Oh, yeah. He's got a dull personality. They were supposed to put Big E in that spot. I don't know.
That would be good too. He doesn't have to worry about his back. He just sits there, and if he wants to stand up, he can stand up.
Exactly. All right. Final thoughts. Anything you want to talk about WWE real quick? We'll move on to AEW, and I got some news about Matt Riddle. Go ahead.
Go ahead with AEW. I don't need to talk about anything with WWE.
Yeah, I think we're done. So, All right, AEW. Those of you who don't know, MJF tied the knot. He got married. And like Pensman said earlier when we previewed the show, I don't know who'd want to marry him anyway. He decided to cancel his honeymoon just to show up at Collision to confront Mark Briscoe.
He's in the doghouse already.
Yeah, he told Mark Briscoe, I will give you a match anywhere, anytime, any place, any stipulation. And he thinks he can win it. Let me tell you something, MJF. I like you to death. You're a great wrestler. I like your stick. I like what you do. But you know what? I think you, what's the saying? You bit off more than you can chew. Mark Briscoe is a good, experienced wrestler. And he's become a good singles wrestler since his brother passed. Okay? All right? And Pensman, I know this is a fact because I met the Briscoes. I used to work security for ROH down at the Stage AE down there in Pittsburgh, okay? And when ROH used to have their tapings there, they came in April and they came in December. And they would tape one Saturday there, and they would do all 4 shows for all 4 Saturdays in the month. Then they would do the same thing in April. They always came to the Stage AE. I got to meet Tony Atlas. I got to meet Bully Ray. I got to meet the Young Bucks. I got to meet Cody Rhodes. Twice I got to meet Cody Rhodes. Once with AEW. And once with when he was with
Dustin.
Who? Dustin? No, I never met Dustin. I wish I did. I like Dustin Rhodes. I love him to death.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I hear that he's hurt right now. I hear once his contract runs out with AEW, he's supposed to be coming for one last tour with WWE. Okay.
Can you imagine Cody and Dustin as tag teams?
Yes, that could happen. You never know. They've had a match. Remember when AEW first got started, Double or Nothing, the very first event they put on? I watched it from Raleigh, North Carolina. It was great. Cody took on Dustin. What a match that was. Cody won that match, but I tell you what, that was one heck of a match between them two. And John Moxley took on Kenny Omega. That was a good match. And, to start, that was the very first event that they did. Chris Jericho took on somebody, and I can't remember who he fought, but it was really good.
I actually got to meet John Moxley, but I got to see him in person. I didn't actually get to meet him. He didn't look our way, but I was so mad. I was with the little kid at the time, and him and I were both trying to get his attention, and I actually got to it was Big Cass, Boogeyman, and him, and
yes.
and, and Renee Young was there. It was awesome. It was a good show. And Booker T was there too.
Yeah. I met let me think. I met MJF in person at an AEW event. I met the Villainer from ROH. I don't even know if he's still wrestling. I don't even know where he's at. I met the Briscoes.
John Moxley wouldn't even. I was like, Dean. I was trying everything just to get his attention. He wouldn't even look our way. He just.
Hey, there's rumors he might be coming back to the WWE.
I heard that too.
He's not happy with the creative with AEW, but I will give AEW credit though, Pensman. They're starting to now come up with some storylines now.
Oh, and, you remember Alonzo Amore too?
You know what? I don't think Enzo will be back. I don't know.
No, I'm saying I met him too. He was pretty cool.
Oh, you
too.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's a cool guy. I like his stick.
Yeah, I got to meet him one year at Six Flags. All those people were there. But, that was awesome.
he's in the independent wrestling circuit right now. He got kicked out, I think, of MLW or something. He was with them. He got kicked out or something.
But all I wanted to do was fist bump Dean Ambrose, but he wouldn't look my way. He wouldn't even talk to me unless I paid him $50 just to talk to him. I'm like, nope.
I'll give you $50 right here. Yeah. I got $50 for you of nothing. That's but anyway, I could tell you some stories. We'd be here all night. When I drove a cab, I had the privilege of taking the Undertaker to the Pittsburgh Civic Arena.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Him and Paul Bear and Henry Godwin were in a car. They were coming from New Jersey. They were coming inbound by the Pittsburgh International Airport, and they hit a deer on Business 60. They called the airport Marriott. They took the van, went and got them because that's where they were. That's where all the wrestlers stayed. A lot of wrestlers stayed at the airport Marriott to be closer to the airport. Okay, and I picked up the Undertaker, Paul Bear, and Henry Godwin, and I took them down to the Civic Arena. That night, the Undertaker was fighting Big Mabel for the King of the Ring. He was fighting Big Mabel to be king.
Okay.
And I believe he won that match, too. That was the King of the Ring pay-per-view. And I took him downtown. And then I picked up, I used to work at the airport Marriott as a bellman. And I took Rey Mysterio and his family. Dom was about maybe that tall at the time with blonde hair. I had the privilege of meeting his family, took him up unmasked to his room and his luggage. And he gave me a nice tip. And then I get back downstairs, and who shows up? Batista. I took him up, his luggage up. He gave me a nice tip. So I've got some stories I could tell you. And like I said, when I did security for ROH, and I got to meet some people.
Is Chris Jericho even coming back? Because I keep hearing rumors.
He is. And they're in a contract negotiation right now.
Okay.
The story I'm hearing, he's in his 50s. His body's beat up. He'll probably come back part-time because he's got a singing thing going with Fosse still. And, I don't know what else he's doing, but, he's coming back. It's in the works. But let's get back to AEW here. Do you think the Hurt Syndicate will get their titles back, or do you think that they're going to dissolve? What do you think the Hurt Syndicate's going to do?
I think they're going to dissolve. I think they're just going to go their separate ways. Bobby Lashley wants to win a championship.
To be a singles wrestler. Yeah, he wants to win a championship. And I don't know if you notice or not, a lot of people don't know, Sheldon Benjamin has a bunch of wrestling gyms across the country. And he got pulled out of his wrestling gyms to come and work at AEW. His contract's about to run out. He don't want to wrestle anymore. So he wants to focus on his gyms.
It's going to be MVP's no longer there. So
yes. Yeah, exactly. So
it's all going to disappear very shortly.
Yes. And you know what? I like Bobby Lashley. I've always liked Bobby Lashley. I like the Hurt Syndicate. I just wish they would have kept that going a little bit longer. Add more people to the fray. You know what I mean?
They tried MJF, but he out welcome his welcome.
He wore out his welcome big time.
Yeah, he did.
Just like Ted Knight said in Caddyshack, you wore out your welcome at Bushwood, sir. You wore out your welcome with the Hurt Syndicate.
MJF always warned about himself. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you think of Hangman Page? How long do you think he'll hold on to the title? MJF's crawling up his butt with that clipboard.
We'll see. We'll see. Hangman's hanging in there. So
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's holding his ground. So we'll see how long.
Well, you know what? He's a fan favorite, and so is MJF. I mean, so we'll see what goes on. The Young Bucks are no longer EVPs, and that kind of thing. Whining like a bunch of whats, and just going on and on.
Like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of crybabies. So, but AEW, they're playing catch up, as they say. They're starting to stay at certain facilities for a long time. They're doing the ROH method, where they tape shows at like in Chicago, and they've been there for a while. They were at that Hammerstag Ballroom or something up in New York or something. In Brooklyn or wherever it is, I don't know, and I don't care. But they were there for 2 months, 3 months. Then they were in some other place. They're at least getting out there. But what they're not doing is they're not going from city to city, it looks like, too much anymore. They're staying in one place for 3 or 4 months. I guess, well, from what I understand, AEW is having attendance problems. Their events are not selling out. They were trying to do smaller venues. If you've ever noticed, they are in the smaller venues because the smaller venues sell out, PENSMAN. You can make more money that way than if you try to fill a big place and can't sell it out.
Well, the storylines are so boring.
Oh, you mean their storylines? You mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's why their attendance is not good, because everybody knows what's going to happen.
It's going to happen, right? Exactly. They don't have no mystery. You know what I mean? There's no. It's the same.
There's no mystery in the story. There's everything's the same.
Right. Yeah.
Mix
it is
up a little bit.
And now you got Christian Cage back with Adam Copeland, and we'll see where that goes. And
that disagreement was fun to watch.
Yes, it was. It was fun to watch. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm going to say this. I think that AEW is still lost. I don't believe they could. Tony Khan has lost money every year since he's had that company. And Conan made it known on his podcast, because Conan's on a podcast with the old Disco Inferno. They do a podcast, and he's said it many times. Tony Khan has lost a lot of money. Every year he loses money. Here's a guy who's a billionaire 3 times over. His family got a ton of money, the Khan family, who owned the Jacksonville Jaguars. And, they have a lot of money. And for a while, the family just let him play with it, do whatever you want with this money. Now the father's involved, I hear. And now he's under the gun. He's starting to cut wrestlers, starting to downsize some things. As I said, they're staying at certain venues. They're not going all across the country anymore. So it's become that kind of thing. TNA is now starting to do a little bit better. They're starting to go around the country a little bit more. They stayed in one spot for so long to recover from losses after Dixie Carter ran it into the ground, and then Anthem Sports had to pick it up. And now they've run with the ball. They got some old former WWE guys there, and now they're working with the WWE. Got Trick Williams there. You got a bunch of guys going back and forth. So, with that partnership, more or less, it's starting to work out for TNA. All right, one last thing before we go. Matt Riddle at it again, not showing up for events. MLW is ready to cancel his contract. Go ahead,
bro.
Yeah, I know. I like Matt Riddle.
I know, but the bro thing.
Yeah, the bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You're listen, man. I got one thing to tell you. If you have a tendency to go somewhere, go somewhere. Yeah. You're not a full timer anymore. You did better when you're a full timer than you are now. Just show up. That's it. It's only 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. What?
There's people in the world that I guarantee you that want to be in your position, but you're taking advantage of it.
All right, here I have a tough question for you. It might even be an easy question. Where does Braun Strowman go now?
Ooh.
Okay. Now here's the stories I got about his latest thing with WWE. I heard he was late to events. I heard he was a locker room cancer. I heard he hung around in catering and didn't mingle with the stars and all that stuff. Okay. I heard he was late for events, and WWE had enough. And that's why they didn't filter him in too much on some of the storylines there. And, what do I always say? It takes 2 to tango, and there's 2 sides to every story. So I don't know, but those are and I heard the same story. I've heard the same story from a whole bunch of different people, including some key people. So what I'm saying is, if that's the story with Braun Strowman, does he go to AEW? Does he go to TNA? Does he go to MLW? Does he go back to the independents? So like Chelsea Green's husband, Matt Cardona, he's all over the place. NWA, he's in, he's all over the place. He's everywhere. So,
Does it matter if you're mingle with everybody in the background? Does it matter as long as
something to that effect? I mean,
that's what I mean. Does it really matter?
I guess they said he hung out in catering instead of hanging out in the locker room or something. I don't know. I mean, but I do know the one key problem was he was late to too many events, showing up late. You know
Being
what
late,
I mean?
that's one thing, but
Yeah.
when you show up, and you show up, but at least Braun Strowman shows up. Brock Lesnar never showed up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he never got any punishment, and he didn't get what Braun Strowman did. At least Braun Strowman shows up.
The Ultimate Warrior back in the day? Ultimate Warrior didn't show up for events. Vince McMahon fired him. He said, "You're done." You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, he gets off scot-free.
He gets a free pass every time. Yeah, exactly. And you know, that's another story for another day. You know, favoritism and everything.
But I think if I was Braun Strowman, I'd be sick and tired of it. And Drew McIntyre might be out of it too.
Yeah, you know, there's another whiner. I mean, you know, but
I don't know if you saw the other day. He said, "Go ahead and leave." He said, "You're late. Go ahead." He said, "Go ahead." He's like, "All right." He gets in his car. And he took off.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Drew McIntyre might go back to TNA and be Drew Kennedy or whatever he was, Drew Calloway or whatever, and then you know, or AEW. I mean, you know, there's other options now, Pensman. I mean, it's not like there's none. When WWE was it, that was it. Now there's other options, you know, and you can go to AEW, fight in the independents, and make money. You can make money at AEW. WWE, you sign a contract, man. Even if you're the janitor, you can't go and work anywhere else. You have to stay at with the WWE, and that's a big problem. I'm interested too. And one more question before we wrap it up and get out of here for the night. Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, Kick Kross, whatever they call him. Where do you think he goes?
I like to see him in AEW. He'll perform there. I'd like to see him compete for Adam Page.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Absolutely. All right. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, just recovered Jericho, but we're good.
Yep, exactly. And
I'm just curious. Hold on. I'm just curious about Dominic Mysterio. How long is he going to keep that belt?
I don't think he will. I think eventually he's going to lose it, and I hope he loses on Friday.
I hope so.
That AAA thing going on. I hope he loses. I hope he gets. I think the Judgment Day is going to start. It's starting now. If you look at it, they're starting to turn on him because he wants to bring El Grande Americano into the group. And those of you who don't know, and I'm going to repeat it one more time, the current El Grande Americano is Ludwig Kaiser. Okay, the one that's coming behind him, Joe Testator blabbed it out last night. His name is Deuce Americano. Okay, that is Pete Dunne. If those of you who remember Pete Dunne, okay, that is who Deuce Americano is. That's the one with the white mask that comes out and smaller guy. That's Pete Dunne. So just to let everyone know, Chad Gable's still out with an injury. You haven't seen the what you call it brothers, the whatever they're called. You haven't seen them in a few weeks. They haven't been around. So everyone thought it was them. It's not them. All right, so that's playing these El Grande Americanos.
I have one question before we go. When are you going to have your special guest come back?
Oh, El Ralfo Americano. Yeah, I can talk to him. I'll talk to El Ralfo. I'll see if he'll come back. Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did really good his first time. I was wondering if he was ever.
I thought El Ralfo Americano did a real good job. He filled in for me for the first half hour.
Blake's in here now.
Oh, Blake. Yeah, it's my man Blake. He helps me out with some banners at times, but yeah. And he's also friends with you know who.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Blake's all right. There you go. There he is. What's going on? How you doing, Blake? How are you? Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you, Tiger Stripes Media. Thank you, Sports Nuts. Thank you, Eddie, and a whole bunch of others and everyone else that was involved in tonight's program. Thank you. We'll go back to our regular time next Tuesday, 5 o'clock, 6 p.m. with me, Ralph Williams, Smokin' Jim Frazier. Pensman, thank you once again for filling in tonight for Smokin' Jim Frazier for both shows tonight.
Blake wants to know how long you have to wear the sunglasses for.
Well, until I'm told not to wear them by my doctor.
There you go, Blake.
I have to wear them. So, because of my cataract and cataracts, the right one's worse than the left. I have to go, Blake, and I'm sure you already heard. I have to go back to Pittsburgh from September 20th to the 25th. I have to consult with some surgeons up there who are going to work on my cataract. They don't have the surgery material or whatever it is, whatever it needs to happen down here in Ocean City. They don't have it. I have to go up to Pittsburgh to UPMC. So I'm going back to Pittsburgh for 5 days. I may be there longer if the surgeons decide that they want to keep me for surgery, which means then I'll be there for at least an extra 5 or more days, because I have 2 days of hospital recovery. So after the surgery. So if that happens, I may be there for 10 days. I don't know. It all depends on what they have to say. I have to go up for a consultation, and I try to get it done on Zoom, and they wouldn't do it on Zoom. They want to look at me. So, I tried. So, and I had to cancel an appointment, everyone, with my with my orthopedic surgeon who's going to do the surgery on my shoulders. As you know, I have real bad arthritis, and it's eaten through my shoulders. I have to get 2 shoulder replacement surgeries done. So now that I've lost a ton of weight and got my A1C way down, I can now start to get my life back in order here with surgeries and get my medical stuff done. So, and moving here was a good idea because my health is better than ever. So, but it's just that, I have to go to Pittsburgh for a few things because they don't have the medical technology down here yet or whatever to handle what UPMC does. So just to let everyone know, so you're not asking a lot of questions, that I don't know, Blake, when I'm going to be told not to wear the sunglasses. I have problems with sunlight, and I have big problems with bright light. So that's why I have to wear these. So, and also when my eyes are bothered, I have to wear them. So, there you are, just to let everyone know. All right. Thank you, PENSMAN, once again for being filling in for Smokin Jim tonight.
No problem.
And
no problem.
I want to thank everyone for being part of the show, even though we had a schedule change tonight. Everyone have yourself a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. And the following week, I will give you a synopsis on that. Next Tuesday, I will let you know as to whether or not we are going to be on the following Tuesday when I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm going to try to take some what they call travel equipment with me and broadcast from my hotel room in Pittsburgh. You know what, PENSMAN, that's kind of odd. My wife said that to me last week. She said, it's kind of odd that we're going to Pittsburgh and don't have no place to go. We got to stay at a hotel.
Yep.
It's kind of strange.
I know.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you once again. Please be safe, and please tune in next week. We'll be back, and please help us to get more subscribers and followers. Thank you, 2,300 I have now, and I'm going to keep on going. And so is PENSMAN, and so is Brian Pettit and the Tiger Stripes Media. Also support the Sports Nuts as well. Have yourself a great one. Thank you.